Well, this year marks the 30th anniversary of Oklahoma's Summer Arts Institute, an annual event where young people from around the state gather at Quartz Mountain for 2 weeks of intensive artistic study. For the last 2 summers, our Rusty Munns has been there to chronicle what goes on in the gently rolling hills of southwestern Oklahoma. And he gives us an inside look at an experience attendees say is life-changing.
It's wonderful to see so many kids immersed in so much beauty. It's just so great. It's so inspiring to see so many people who just have such a passion for art.
What kind of place are you going to get to like shoot a movie, have a ballroom dance lesson, and go to a really awesome concert all in the same day?
They give you a real sense of, how to accomplish something and how to, make something of yourself. And just the fact that we're here, I find it, such a great opportunity to experience to be able to do this for 2 weeks.
It's so unbelievable that we have this here and that it's available to us. It's an incredible resource, and it's so great that Oklahomans have this.
I started first, so. Okay.
I know every year that I've come back from OSAI, I've gone back inspired to do just anything, I have friends that paint in my cabin, and whenever I get back home, I just want to paint. I want to write music. I want to write poetry. I want to, play an instrument. But, in my discipline, I also am inspired to, make a great film.
I love the classes, my ballet class, because Deanna, a professional dancer from New York City Ballet, is here teaching us, and she's just great.
Supposedly it smells.
You're around people who just have experienced it and who are living it and who are making it in something that they love, and it just really inspires you to go out and try it and make something of yourself doing the thing that you love.
I always thought of Quartz Mountain as a 2-week escape from the real world. The best 2 weeks ever. You not only get to study your craft, but you get to study the crafts of 8 other disciplines.
I've taught in a lot of colleges. These students are far superior and far more talented and have shown more perseverance and tenacity than a lot of the college classes that I've taught.
I don't know where else to go to get professional training other than Quartz Mountain.
Every time I drive into this park and I see that lake and I see these mountains, all of the artistic endeavors that we strive for here are surrounding us with this landscape. It's just magnificent. This morning I woke up, I walked outside, and the sky was as blue as I've ever seen, and those mountains up against that, it makes you look at your day differently.
It's just so pretty out here. We get to have yoga outside by the lake, and then we have balconies where we can like look out on the mountains and you can see the moon, and oh, it's so pretty.
Every time you look up in the sky, there's going to be a hawk. There's going to be more than one hawk too. And I just love watching them fly over the lake and over the mountains. And sometimes when it's really windy, they'll just fly in place. It's really cool.
There's something spiritual about this place that feeds the spirit, and the students draw on that, as do the faculty. And it impacts the entire experience.
This place, even for a painter, is incredible. To look at the mountains and the moon and the sky and even the lightning storms add something. It's an art form in itself. It's the 10th discipline. What's amazing about this camp or institution here is that for 2 intensive weeks, you're really studying your craft, and they bring in professionals from all over that have experienced. And that's really the best way to learn, is from somebody who themselves have been a professional at what they're trying to teach you. Take your time. There are all disciplines here, artists and photography and video and modern, and they get to acting, they get to hear it all from every profession. And in a way, we are all connected. We all have the same desire and the same drive, and we can learn from each other. It's all about having a vision and knowing how to express it. And take that arm, yeah, roll across the back.
I think that everyone gets along here, and they're not just ballet students, so like the choir students, they're always singing like in our rooms and stuff, and they're always like reciting their songs, and then the orchestra is always playing, like rehearsing, and always like in the hallways and stuff, and it's just fun to listen to them because people in ballet really can't make noises.
We wanted to sort of get the students out into the field. I wanted to encourage them to sort of find something that they were most interested in, some subject matter that they can kind of take to the next level. So I didn't want to close them in by giving specific assignments, telling them they had to do one thing or the other.
What's your name? Justin Smith. Nice to meet you, Justin. I'm Rusty. It's mine, Gibbs.
I think it's a great place to allow your creativity to come out, and it's a safe place because everybody's here for the same reasons, just really to explore their own person, through their art.
This is poking back. So maybe just indicate even one line, and just for the moment, just put something complete.
Is there any hope, Gandalf, for Frodo and Sam?
I love your show.
I don't want to be in a battle, but standing on the edge of one I can't even escape is even worse.
How great is he?
Coming from New York, I was amazed at the talent in Oklahoma. And I remember I was here last summer, this is my second summer, and I remember going back after last summer and I had a picture that we all took, a group shot of my class, and I leave it right by my computer. And I look at it and I have such fond memories, and I think there's no other place like this. And I left so inspired from the other art forms. And nowhere have I seen that there was such a connection and a real inspiration. It carried me through the following year. I was so excited to come back.
One thing that we've learned this year at Quartz Mountain in the film program is the term vérité. And it's a form of documentary filmmaking where you don't necessarily sit down your subjects and interview them. You don't set up anything. You just follow people with the camera and you make them pretend that it's not even there.
If he's walking up this aisle or she's walking up this aisle, you haul ass to the other side and like you can get them walking into frame. You can get them from the front. But you need his front.
Okay.
You're getting way too much back. This way, you've got all of this that you can get without just being linear and following his back.
Okay.
Okay, so I want you to work on that. Okay? And you guys, Caitlin, you.
There's more to filming than just taking a camera out and going filming just different stuff. You got to do the planning and you got to do the checking. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of time in order to do that.
It's such an amazing experience. Like before I came here, I never realized like how lucky we all are to be here. And like you get here and they drill in your head like how talented you are and how lucky you are to have this place. Because especially in Oklahoma, you don't realize like I thought I was crazy. I was like, I'm so into art, and like I didn't have like a lot of people in my area that were just so like driven to, you know, produce art. And then I get here and I'm like, I'm not weird. It's like there's tons of us. And it's like you kind of find your niche and you learn so much about everything, and it's something you'll always take away, and you'll have friends, and you know, maybe a future film help people. It'll help you out. You know, connections, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you, connections.
Is everybody in that wants to be in this thing? All right, good. Ready? Right here, good. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. Right there. Good. There we go. 1, 2, 3. A couple more. There we go. Good. Thank you very much.
In terms of memory, my memory is of a student in the orchestra program who during a rehearsal was given a solo part, and it went very badly, and it could have been the most demoralizing experience for a young student, their first time in this setting. It went very badly, and the conductor tried it and tried it and tried it and tried it, and it never got better. And he was heard to say on his way out the door to lunch that, well, I have 24 hours to learn that part. And the next day he came back and nailed it. And I think that really speaks of the heart of this institute and the commitment that students have and the energy that they tap into. That's, to me, the great memory, is that students have an opportunity here to fail, but they also have an opportunity to learn from those accidents and those failures and come back 24 hours later and be a different player. And for me, that was a great moment.
It truly is one of those experiences that you hear about it and you say, wow, that's really awesome. I can't believe that. I'd love to go there, but it's one of those things you have to be there to experience it for yourself. Playing in the orchestra at Quartz Mountain was a great honor because not everybody gets to do it, and the years I tried out, over 1,000 kids had tried out, and they take maybe 100 or so for the orchestra, and that consists of 12 violas, so the opportunity for me to go both years was awesome.
I think the students that come here, first of all, leave with a lot more knowledge than they had when they came here. I think that it's a learning experience for them. But moreover, I think that the cumulative effect of being away from home, being in an environment where the arts are so important and emphasized every minute of every day, literally, I think that that can actually be a life-changing, life-altering experience for students. And I've talked to these students who have been here before, and it truly has become that for them.
Pause, 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 pause. If I step off the podium, you keep your shoulders up.